Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's ugly. Okay, submit charts. Should all be good. All right, all right. Interesting. All right, it's waiting for a few to show up here. Yeah, there's a couple coming in. All right, morning guys. Here we'll get a mic check here momentarily. All right, we got our disclaimer up. There's a few of you guys. All right. Always a lag. I don't see it for, I think it's about it's at least a 30-second lag. Oh, we'll get it rolling here momentarily. All right, let's get a few more on and we'll get it rolling. As always, I know most people watch the recording. Anyone who's here, can I get a mic check? You guys hear me all right? I had a few, one of my guys on my team mentioned that my volume was too low on the last one, so I want to be sure that's not the case here. Always my best ones, right? There's some sort of technical problem. Oh, do I have a best one? I don't know. Well, there's a few more, you guys. You guys hearing me all right? Just want to make sure it's not too low. Let's see. I'm going to raise it up a little bit. Since check. Since you guys check. There we go. That could be a little too hot. Check. There we go. That should be better. Anybody feel like typing? Hey, Sam, sound is good. Oh, yeah, there we go. Ben Boyd, are you a member? I don't recognize your handle. Unless are you, hang on. Oh, you're Ben B. Gotta be. Right. Oh, good. I want to get a picture of you somewhere up in the Rocky Mountains, looks like. All right, guys, let's see how we doing here. So, oh, shit. Well, we'll give it two more. We'll give it another minute. Everybody can be enthralled with that disclaimer. Such interesting reading. All right, one more, and we go. Oh, there we go. All right, guys, let's get it rolling here. So, let's see. Am I good to go? I think I am. All right, so let's get that disclaimer out of here. Oh, how's my camera here? Oh, shit. Guess I should have done that before. I'm always looking up because I have one of those quads. I mean, it's a huge monitor, so I put everything up and then I work on below. But I'm always... Well, maybe it's just me. Okay, so first off here, thanks to all you guys that are here. Thanks to the members that posted. As I commented, you guys are funny. I always start, I have a very slim pickings and then a little nudge. And, boy, you guys always come through. I always so appreciate that. I mean, I really try to make these, something you learn from, right? This is, I suppose there's a wide variety of live streams, but but the live streams I like because I get to interact with you guys more so than maybe on a typical day. I like to see how you're doing, what you're looking at, what you're watching, how you're approaching the TA. These, I think, more than others, there can be trade setups or things that can go onto a watch list. But it's, never are we doing buy it here, sell it here, stop there. That's just not what we do. But so hopefully it's the process here that you get some benefit from, right? That's the question, right? Is it worth your time? Is it worth your time to sit through a live stream? I mean, especially when they're longer like this. That's one of the reasons we do the chapters. So if you're not interested in looking at, Flux USDT, you'll have some other choices. But it's never, okay, well, you can buy it right here and sell it right there. So as we sit here looking at this now, let's see, am I a little too high here? Maybe. Yeah, it's weird. I'm looking up and you guys are over here. All right, so let me get that off. Okay, number one here. This is who gave me this? This is from Joseph Mena. It almost looks like Maniac. Joseph Mena Inc. Must be his company, and he was asking about Flux. Okay, come on now. Is it just me, or is there anybody who pulls that up who doesn't think flux capacitor? Is that? Am I just dating myself there? Maybe. Well, I mean, there's a part of me that looks at this and goes, "Oh fuck, come on, we're doing measured moves again. Seriously, again? That's what we're doing." I hadn't looked at this. I just pulled it up and said, "Well, those looked like measured moves." I'm not trying to bore you with these. Right? I'm just trying to drill this home, and that's I think to a large degree the point of this is showing it. And again, I've shown it more times than I can, 10, 12,000 times. So after a while, you go, the next time I see that, I'm going to pay attention. I mean, again, we go across all assets, all time frames, all their crypto, FX, futures, equities. Same shit, right? It's always the same. Now, okay, so this but I do understand this as well. Well, thanks a lot, right? After the fact, right? So, but that's not about a trade right here. It's about you guys getting clear. Holy shit, I need to pay attention to that. Because there's never a live stream. There's never a chart. Literally, never a chart where this isn't the dominant feature. I mean, there are times where I go, okay, no measured moves today. We're just going to focus on something else. I can't get away from it. You can't. No one can get away from it. So here we go. Okay, 1 golden zone, 2 golden zone, 3. Now that looks like that didn't quite make it there, but you do actually. It looks like you've got another one right here. That's a 50 that went second. Now we go here. Let's get right here, and you see 3 in a row. Now, again, it's not like we colluded behind the scenes. Okay, let's find something where we can get 3 measured moves in a row, and we'll really. I looked at this 3 minutes before we started the live stream. 1, 2, 3 in a row. So when you hear me say things like, "Oh, don't listen," if the algo gets stopped out on one side, don't worry, they don't care. It sounds like, no, that's a stupid thing to say. I appreciate that, but the reason they don't care is because eventually they'll get on the right side of it, and they'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've seen 8 in a row in the S&P on a day, easily, just boom, 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 boom. Right? It's not like, oh, they're kind of close. But, you put enough lines up there, you're going to hit something. No, these are right to it. So I go, how could anybody pull up a chart and see retracements and not go, well, fuck, I'm going to check for that measured move. Yet obviously somebody buys it right there. Somebody buys it there. Somebody buys it there. Right? Right? There has to be somebody on the other side of the trade. So are they just stupid? No, of course not. They're just uninformed, right? So you can't. They just don't know, right? They don't know. They're buying right into it. All right, let me get off of that. Okay, so in the spirit of getting off of that, let's just get all this off of here, right? But hopefully, next time you see one, you might look at that and go, boy, the risk reward on those is pretty attractive. I'm gonna try the next one. And if you get stopped on the first one, that can't be like, oh shit, well that shit doesn't work. Again, I guarantee I've shown it more than 10,000 times. That shit doesn't work. There's probably more in here. Excuse me. Bad allergy attack right before I went live. Okay, so this is Joseph Mina Inc. Okay, so when something's that far down, you start looking for zero, right? Really, like, oh, well, shit, where's zero, right? Could they go out of business? Now, I do have this in log scale. Right, we take it out of log scale. It's not like it improved dramatically, but could you make the case that you're at support? I mean, I suppose you could, right? I mean, that's every time we got down here before, right? It's been support. Now, by no means does that mean that we can't break. This is the broken window analogy, where a lot of you hear this in TA. People say, "Oh boy, the more times they test that, boy, the stronger it gets." No. Right? That's back to how many you're gonna start throwing rocks at a window. You don't break it the first time. You throw another one. You don't break it the second time. You think it's getting stronger. You throw that third one, it's gonna break. So, that said, I don't know what Flux is doing. I can't remember. I've seen it before. It almost doesn't matter what they do, right? The question is, all right, are they doing enough? Do they have enough of a value proposition in terms of some use case? And again, I don't know Flux, right? So I don't know. I can't remember what they do. Is there a use case, right? Because if there's no use case or not a strong enough one, well, here's zero down here. We're at 38 cents. I'm not saying it's going to zero, but is there something to do here? Well, you can make a pretty strong case here that this is an area of accumulation. Excuse me. We have nothing below it. It's never traded below that, so you're in the uncharted territory down there. But you could. Well, let's see. Here's zero. I mean, you could probably talk yourself into it. Okay, well, there's zero down here, right? We're approximately to zero. Okay, if I'm buying down here, okay, I'm buying at the discount. I mean, if you're a believer in the project and you think, oh, use case, and definitely there's potential for this to go, okay, that you're not going to get a better price unless we break here and we start heading towards zero. Personally, I would have to really love the project. I would have to have done a deep dive on it, really understood what they're doing, really understand the use case to be doing something strategic here. But for a long-term trade, well, probably the case that they could sweep this. Is there any question about where the stops are? Probably not. Probably no question about that. So really, if you're a bull, excuse me, I'm not suggesting you are Joseph Mina. I'm not suggesting maybe you are. Maybe you're a bear, but you're kind of late to be selling and kind of early to be buying. My view always is, why try and pick the turn? Again, unless you're like, I love this project. I know they've got a big future. I'm going to just start accumulating, and I'm going to keep accumulating. Well, you got 38 cents of accumulation down here. My view is I'd rather see something like this, right? I'd rather see it come down here, wick the lows, take out all the liquidity, right? Because every bull has got their stops down there. Well, actually, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if there aren't that many stops, because the stops have all been hit along the way. So this is just people accumulating here. So could you buy here? Sure, you could buy here. Oh, let's go to a 4-hour here. I'm not saying I would. Let's get this out of here. I would want, you got to give me some signs of something. Well, you probably got a wedge. That's not a great looking wedge there, right? We've already run the lows of the wedge, right? So you trying to use the trend line here. Okay, is that enough, right? Did we grab the liquidity? Well, that was the prior low. You going to take that one? Let's get you out of here. Yeah, I don't think there's a real technical setup here. Until you get something longer, give me a 5, right? Give me that. Something, right? It could be a diag, doesn't have to be an impulse. Just give me a 5. there's a few attempts at it here, but give me a 5 because then it's. You think we're going up here to 50 cents or to $1? Not likely, right? Likely you're going to get a retrace right here. We're going to come down and test some of this. So that I would be Joseph. Again, not knowing your agenda in terms of your why you're interested here, other than it's at lows. I'd be more inclined to be okay. Well, maybe I'll accumulate some down here, money that I'm comfortable parking here, because you potentially are parking it here for a while. I'm going to park it here, and then for any potential add, I'd be waiting for something to kick out of here, and then I'd take the retrace. I mean, you'd have, we don't know if this is the low, but possibly some demand in here that kicked that. That's trying to be accommodating to any bullish bias. And again, I don't know his bias, but when you're this far down, my assumption is that, hey, is this a good time to accumulate? And I would take you back to fundamentals more than technicals. Anything technical here, yikes. Is there even a count here that would matter? Oh, probably some sort of a diag. Oh, you can probably get this done here. You can probably get something. Well, if that's a B, C, A2. Oh shit. Let's see if it measures, right? It may. Oh, just apply a little bit of Elliott here. Let's see how 3 and 4 stack up. No, that may be. If we were looking for an ending diag, we'd want to see 3 short, also shorter. Maybe. God damn it. I hate that thing. I hate it. I never get it on the first one. Yeah. So 3 is longer than 1, but 5 is shorter than 3. So we don't have a good ending diag set up here. Oh, I suppose. No, there's no way to do it. Even if you did this, it's not going to help much, right? Because then 3 is much. Yeah, there's not an Elliott play here, until you get out of here. So market structure, okay, maybe you're playing off of this. You've already swept the lows, but it's wick only. I suppose you could say, look at this and say, well, stop under the low risk trade. Otherwise, this just seems like okay. On the list, right? Again, if you like the fundamentals, it's on the list, but there's no technical reason to be a buyer, right? Just as rudimentary as we can make it. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. No question about what the trend is. So wouldn't you at least want to get some of this broken, right? Some of these pivots, right? Just give me a change of character, something to say, whoa, okay, that pattern is ending. I don't think we have that. So this is a green banana and something to watch if you like the fundamental story, and maybe get a kick out of there. That's about all I can give you, Joseph Main Inc. Okay, so I got Wonka, right? He rallied through, and he's giving me 2 here. So let's see what Wonka's got. Excuse me. Oh, there's the market turning around just a touch. Okay, Wonka, I got to do a copy here. What do we got here? We got QNT and SUI. QNT, I want to say, well, let's start with QNT. Oh, Jesus, I can't remember what QNT is. What is QNT? QNT. Oh, fuck. I can't even remember. Quantum, I want to say? Shit, I can't remember. Wonka, man, your work just every time, I'm just so impressed by how good you're getting. I'm going to, let's just change that color here let's mix this up. Okay, got a ripping impulse. Look at this nice work. I'm telling you, I see PK's influence in here. But this is really nice work. A, we get a triangle. B, look, boy, this is pretty. If you did this without PK, I'm even more impressed. But this looks like PK's handiwork. Okay, so I got an A. Then look how sweet this is. This is actually kind of tricky to follow. I got an A. Then I have another A. Then I have another A. That's unusual, right? That takes some Elliott knowledge to be able to pull that off. So he's going to go A, A, B, C into the B here. So it's A. Well, let's take that up a degree so that this is a little easier to track. A, B, C. Getting to that B through this triangle B, right? So that takes some Elliott skill, right? And now when you see it enough times, and when you're looking at something like this going, what the triangle, right? When you're like, how do I, could that triangle? Now, I haven't seen this. I don't know what's here, but let's just check it, right? As you would anything. All right, so it looks like we got a wick. Well, you can kind of see what they did, or they, right? It's so tempting to say they, right? It's all algos. They, the evil whales. All right, we came up here to tap that. Looks like they're tapping that liquidity here just enough to run some stops here. Now remember, I said it's unlikely to be some, where are we, QCoin, some whale at QCoin going sell. I'm gonna fuck those guys. I'm gonna get those stops. That's not what's happening here, right? If an algo is searching for liquidity, where's it gonna find it? Right, all of these, you might call these equal highs, right? All of that liquidity gets swept. So look what they do here. Right? Look what the algo does here. Right, it sweeps all that liquidity. Right, that's what these algorithms are doing. Right, it's just a heat-seeking missile, liquidity seeking. Where's the liquid? Where can I get it? Right, you think there's stops along those? Yeah. How about up here? The inside. Oh, I'm gonna hide it up here. I'm gonna tuck it in that little pivot over here. They're not gonna get that, are they? And so you look there and you go, oh, come on, man, how do you even know that? Well, look what comes off of it, right? Look what do you? It's not hard to deduce that, right? That's not like a stretch of like, oh, come on, man, you don't know that, really? All right, I'm going to encourage you to rethink that position if that is your position, right? That's exactly what happened here because we can see what came off of it. Okay, so let's stay with the count. A, B, C. Yeah. Wow, this is definitely got complex. Okay, we're going to go into how are we doing that? We doing a flat here? Oh, I guess we are. Okay, so I'm going to change that color. And let's take that up a degree or two just to have it stand out. Okay, so we're going to go, wow, this is PK all day long. I know. If not, boy, then you've spent a lot of time with him. You guys are roommates? Okay, so this is A, B, C, D, E, triangle B, and then we end with an impulse into the C. So this entire correction, God damn, this is good work, right? So this entire correction is A, B, C into a W, A, B, C into an X. Now we're getting really out there. A, B, C, D, E into a Y to give us a 2. Wonka, if you did that on your own, you are brown belt material. That is really, 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 really solid Elliott, right? And you got to have a real knowledge base to be able to pull that off. I'm not sure I'd have pulled that off. That is really well done. Okay, so we're down here. This is third target, so we got all that handled. Okay, so is it a buy? Right? It's okay after all that, right? So you can look at that and say, okay, where do we invalidate, right? Wouldn't that be the next question? Like, okay, well, if this is a 2, let's at least be clear about where we're going to invalidate this thing. If that's the 1 and that's the 2, well, it's mighty deep. But boy, that's a very valid count. My guess would, if I put that in front of 100 traders, less than 2 would get that count. Be my guess. Very, very tricky, Elliott. But look. Right? I mean, if you want a master class in an Elliott count, there it is right there. Very well done. Well, just out of curiosity here, let's go from our... I'm a little high there. Get you right on it. Well, pretty close, right? So if we're going to go down here, well, that's 0, right? So again, when you get that low, you start looking for 0. Boy, it's a ballsy buy down here, isn't it? Come here. Well, you're certainly in the discount. I think we could agree there. Let's. What are you giving me? A 24-hour? Let's go to a 4 and see if there's anything to lean into on this one. As our hard low. Boy, I'd want something substantial to come out of that. Yeah, let's get in there. All right, so let's just draw. Jesus, I hate that thing. Okay, all right. So here's our absolute low. Do we have a contender here? Well, it looks like I've got an impulse right here. Right? So just as is always the case, right? Remember, these live streams are not about here's your next trade. It's about process, so you know where your next trade is. All right. So I probably can get a 5 in here. It's not the most gorgeous, right? That's a very abrupt 4. But I'd be less inclined to call that a 3, right? So what are we always doing? We're looking for 5s and 3s. Now, this is an incredibly complex way to get there. Okay, so I've got a 1 here. Now, are we going to truncate here, or do we need to put another degree on this? Is this potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Well, in that, we have a problem there. So, shit. Let's put it in blue. Okay. If this is the 1, well, of course, we can see we already have an overlap here, right? So that, right, looked better right here if we had held here. So now we got to look at that and think, okay, is it an ABC? That wouldn't make sense with the way it's currently counted here by Wonka and PK. It wouldn't make sense here. I don't know that PK was in here. I'm kind of teasing Wonka. Well, let's see. What do we got up here? Oh, Spaceman levels. These are nice, right? I don't know if you guys know that. Spaceman key level. So you get monthly, daily, weekly. You get your ranges here, and we can see, well, up a little higher. That's not helping us much here. Well, actually, let's see. Even if I go here, I still got overlap here because it looks like you can go WXY into that 2. Yeah, shit. Let's get down there. Wonka, this is a trick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like I can get an impulse 1 here. ABC, ABC, ABC. So I can get a WXY into that 2 or B, right? Could be a B. We've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's good, right? We've got a solid impulse there. For lack of a better, let's see. What we really want is for this to be done. Come down here. Yeah. Well, we may have to recount that, right? So we can't label it as such. Can't go 1, 2. Well, can I? Shit, where's PK when you need him? Can I? I think I can go 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 as a leading diag. Okay, so we potentially could do that. All right, so if we go here, interesting. Wicking through the edge of it. I don't love this. It doesn't look like it's done. Well, so what's the alternate? That we're doing an ABC here, and that is going to blow up the count. Let's put that in the same degree. That's going to blow up the count here if this is ABC because we're looking for Y to be done here. So your best case here is that, well, let's get a little market, or pardon me, a little volume profile on this just to see, do we have anything to lean into? Okay, well, I've got some, which is not surprising, right? So I've got the point of control down here. Oh, likely you can order blocks galore, right? Or pardon me, I don't like that terminology. Demand is down here. Oh shit! I probably use this demand now. Tapped once here. Let me show it to you. Pulling. Oh, I'd use all that. So you already have mitigated here. These are not. You'd have to have something come out of here and kick. I think this is your hurry up and wait here and to get resolution, Wonka. You want this to hold, but this is not. You're too deep now. So I don't think there's a trade there until you see what happens here. Is ABC? Well, we got to recount this. If we take this low, so I mean, you could just put a You put it, just put an alert on this low. If that gets taken out, this whole thing has to be recounted. Let's go back to that 24. Could we recount this? How the fuck are we going to recount this? Jesus. Yeah, I don't, there's not. It's just not. It's not good enough, right? I mean, it's. I appreciate the post. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I appreciate the post. I just don't think that's tradable. Oh, fuck here. It's not good enough, right? You're already below here, so let's go platinum here. You're okay, right? I mean, if you really want to get a piece of it, I suppose you can make a case here. But if you get down into that TA, it's just not really a good-looking setup. This thing will likely have to be recounted as a B, and this would be an X or something. Yeah, I think today with that sell-off here, you got to let that one go, or just rest. Let it rest. Keep it on your watch list. I don't think you have one there. The other one is I think you gave them both to me. Sushi. Okay, so we're over on Bybit here. Oh, we got a nice little, got a setup here. Interesting, right? It's very similar. So we've got yes, we have a leading diag here. Well, shouldn't say it that way. We have a diag. It's not leading. Contracting, right? Wedge, right? Nice sell. Boy, he's getting fancy here. This is a lot of fancy footwork. Okay, so we got 1 A, B, C. Let's go with it into the 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking for. So he's got the low end. Let's go to a 60 here. Do we have it? Or it may just be that the momentum of the day. How we doing? ES is down 60, and Q's down 333. That looks like a 3. So already, well, so if you're in and you may be wonka, don't touch that stop, right? That's clearly where you're at, where you get invalidated. So what would the thinking have been here? Well, this is all happening today. So he must have been thinking 1, 2 here. Oh, looks like it missed as well. It's not terrible, right? Now we look here and. Little wiki. This Sushi, I think you got to wait on this. Same thing, right? It's okay. All right, let's just. All right, I'm just going to push this off. What do we think? God, I mean, never the first. Right? Where's the liquidity? Where's the liquidity? How do we know? Right, look. Where's the next target? Right, so you can see it. Right, it's not hard to spot. Right, what are they after next? Right, what's after that? Now this is where some Elliott can be useful, or oh shit. I mean, you could. Oh my God, here you could do this. Okay, order block or demand zone. I don't like that language. Order block. Let's just do it here. There's nothing down here, right? So if it starts to accelerate, there's no support down there. Again, this one just looks like it might have been better if you got a third. So this is what he's looking for. Some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then you got it here. Why take the risk? To me, that's just not. It's not good enough to take. So now you'd be down here. So I suppose you could take a risk reward position and say, okay, well, if it holds, right? Big if it holds. Oh, let's see where we are from the absolute low. Are we in log? We're not. Gotta go platinum. Oh fuck! Come here. Platinum. 764, 786. You gotta. Well, likely you got to push the 4 over here and make that part of the correction, assuming we're going lower. bring that down. So here, let's take this off. We know where all that is. Can we get a good 4 out of this? Some sort of combo. It's not a disaster. I'd put that. Clearly a 3, so it's just all part of a 4, right? How do we know it's a 4? Right, we're not progressing the trend, right? We're just going sideways in a box here. So my guess would be here that if anything, right, from what are algos doing, right? So this would be inducement, right? You're trying to get bulls to bait that, or short sellers to take the bait here, right? This is what I would anticipate there. If this is going to have any legs to get out of here, look for a sweep down here. Now that can go deeper. I'd look for a sweep at the lows or a sweep here, right? That's a little tricky because they're so close together, right? This could be a little bit of bear bait, but more likely that's so close right now. See, if they can't get that, which would be surprising that they can't go down here and sweep, because what's under that, right? We know there'll be a bunch of stops. If they can't get that, that would be bullish. Oh, because there's no question about what the target is. They're not going to sweep those lows. Just like, oh, they're not going to sweep those lows. Yeah, they're likely to. That being a clear 3, I think your hopium hit is going to your brain if you think that that's a potential 1 going in. I think that's another green banana. So I think you got to wait on that one, Wonka. But thanks for posting. I do appreciate that. And I'm not saying if you're in this, Wonka, get out or don't take it. I'm just saying my suggestion would be not to move the stop, right? Or even push it up a little bit. Right, so you're not, a victim down there, but your call, right? You got to do the money management. Okay, so that's the first. Oh, Dr. John. Okay, so I got CVS. Hang on a sec. So this is Dr. John on CVS, which apparently posted earnings today. Let's see how something non-tech related does. Everything, right? This is one of those days where everybody, the market's coming back a little bit. Market takes no prisoners, right? On days like today, everybody goes down. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. So what do we got over here? All right, so 5 is in. All right, so we can kind of look down here and say, all right, looks like lows, right? Well, there's a good example of what I was just talking about, right? Sweep the lows. Right, stops are there. Now look, they don't get there. Right, very bullish. Right, they don't, because we know there's going to be stops down here. Right, there's no, right, just like there were here. There's some here. Right, we know they're there. They don't get them. Interesting, right? So here's the big monster. Right, it's just very very telling when they can't get them. Okay, again, where the software doesn't get there. Right, demand steps in. Okay, so this is, what are you giving me, a 2-hour here? Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so diag here, obviously, right? So we're doing that as a 1, A, B, C. That's tricky. That's good work there. A, B, let's see. Let's go to a 1. Do we have it there? Oh, maybe WXY, right? It looks like we're finishing with a 3. Excuse me, rather than a 5. Oh, hang on a sec. Let's just take a look there. Right. So why take the time? Like, oh fuck, who cares, man? Get over here. Well, it's going to affect how we're counting what comes. So if this is the 2, can we get that? Yeah. Oh, 8. Oh, shit. You'd have to put the B up here. Ooh, that's a toughie. John. Let's go WXY. Let's just keep it as a 2 here. Let's just keep it there. I might count that a little bit differently, but that's all right. Okay, so we got A. See, this is the problem. You got because do you see, John, here? This looks like you could go 5 into a 3 here. So I might. I'd be conscious of that as a candidate here, as an alternate. Jeez, this is fucking ugly, isn't it? Do you see? I'm assuming here, John, this is for you, that you can see this little potential 5 in there. Let's get you, right, we can get a little 5 in here, ABC, right? So then now you've got, it's a better launch. And then 1, 2, 3, well, that's shit. Here, so I'm gonna take those off just for a second here. I'm not saying that's a good one. I don't like that. But there's a 5 here and a 3 here. So if we went 2 here, and then this was all part of that 3, I might be more inclined to go that direction. Okay, so does it matter? Well, that's the question, right? Does it? Yeah, maybe I just go too fast on those. Okay, so okay, we can live with that. Boy, look, talk about an earnings bump. They must have beat pretty well. Okay, so are you not, like, to me, like, it's irresistible for me. To me, I have to check that. It's like, no way, how can I not check that? Looks like we're not even going to make, let's see how we're doing wave 4. Okay, so because we're looking for a wave 4, interesting, right? We order block, or demand zone, you'd probably call it. Tapped right into the middle of it. Big shot there, really nice. No, let's go WXY. So is that the 5? Are we done? Right, done. Well, it is a moonshot. Now, what? Of course, what do we have right here? Oh, you might have to take that to a 30 to get it. Well, you can't even get it. It's so big, right? So obviously, we have a huge imbalance here. That the market's going to want to fill that in. Phew, I can't even get, let's try a 15. I got no pullback here. It's just down and it's, well, I don't think it's terribly difficult to know what to do here. All right, if that is, so what am I on here? So we're coming all the way back. Let's go back to, let's go to a 4-hour. Okay, why does this look interesting? Oh, now I got, oh, now much better. Much better. All right, going deep on that. So let's go platinum. 764. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, nice work. C, right? Deep for the C, but certainly valid, right? You're all down here in this nice little price range, right? Right from the 2. 1 to the 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. A little tricky there. Okay, so we're off to the races here. I've got a good low with all the right ingredients, right? There was a sweep of the lows, then an attempt to get new lows that failed. We come out of there, and we've got this massive imbalance. Okay, so let's get that out of there. So you got a lot of positives here. Let me get you. I guess we'll take that out. It's out. Let's bring this down a degree. Up to a 5. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Do we have a bunch of imbalance here? We do. Well, if this is assuming, right, we can assume that we have a completed impulse here. Let's go back to right. We have a nice area here where we can see some resistance. So if this is going to be a lunar shot, 1, 2, 3, 4. How much do we have there? Well, you can see a little potential, right? Maybe some supply here as an area of resistance you might look for, right? So can we get some? So really, all I'm doing there here, okay, secondary pivot, but just eyeballing that. Oh, okay, maybe that comes in a golden zone where we have confluence, because now it's not just, oh, maybe there's a demand zone there, or supply zone, excuse me. Oh, we could see maybe we got some liquidity to be tapped here. I mean, they swept that. I don't know if that's really. I'll put this down here. Going up for that 1. Well, if it's legit and we've got a new bull run happening, you're waiting for this to complete. I anticipate something along those lines, and then down we go. Golden zone to golden zone. So really the question is, oh, look at that thing fly off of earnings. Is it a buy? Well, if it is a buy, so that would be a FOMO buy right there. You're buying off of the break there. Okay. We've got a clear 5 here, so we need a 5 to be right. We end and begin with 5s, right? So here's a 5 to begin something. Well, let's assume that begins doesn't matter how far that goes. At some point, there's going to be the people who bought it down here. The temptation to take profit will be overwhelming, and some will start taking profit. You're going to start to hit some supply up here. There may be another push down, right? That's what creates the 1, 2. Right? Bears don't give up that easily. And then you'd have, well, if we get down here, we don't have this, but what would you be looking for, right? Can I get that to set up? And if so, then I've got a real candidate here for a 1-2, right, off of a golden corner. Now I don't have any of this. It just looks like I'm on my way to be getting that 5th. So pretty nice rip off of that. It's not uncommon though to see a little give back after. I mean, it's remarkable that we're up this high with the broader market. What are we at? ES is down almost 60 points still. That's pretty remarkable to see that. I'm on a 4-hour here, just running. Tech taking a breather, and there's a little bit here on the 4. We're getting a little bit of a fallback. I just let it finish. That's interesting. So maybe a little gravity's coming in. So you can, all of this down here is wide open, right? There's just nothing down here. So you almost really, you don't want this coming down too far just yet, because it would be shaky up the 3 to the 5. That's not much. Really, you want this higher, right? So if this is going to come down, what you'd like to see, or the market doesn't always give a shit what we'd like, right? So that's, you'd want to see this develop more into a more substantial 5th. Because you don't really, what do you got? 3, 4, 5, right? You got no 2. You're just going to have a 3, 4, 5. Even that looks iffy, right? So maybe that's the 1 of the 5th. That's what I'd be looking for. If that's the 1 of the 5th, okay, just fine. Where, right, we want to buy on sale, right? Can I buy it at the discount? If I can buy it down here, I'd be interested. Otherwise, you're just buying it at full retail. Why do that? Oh shit! Look at it run here. I didn't want to miss it. Well, FOMO trading market is reminding people that FOMO kills, right? I mean, we've seen the market. What are we? I can't remember. Like the best performance in 11 years in the S&P, something along those lines. I mean, just relentless up in the market until you finally. That's so funny. It's so similar to when the market's going down and we hit capitulation. We hit euphoria on the way up in the S&P. Oh, the AI boom! It's forever. We're forever going up. Just right. That's right at the point where you go, oh fuck, I'm buying. This thing's never coming down, right? And then what? If you find yourself in that position to where if you had a bearish buy, whatever it may be, if your bias is, if you're just capitulating to the other side, whether it be bull or bear, or check yourself, right? Because usually that's right when you can't take it anymore. Like I've just got to buy it. Next move will be down. That's just kind of how the markets work, and it's not unique to. I mean, that's just the nature of the markets and the human condition, right? You just eventually you capitulate, right, to the bulls, right? The bulls, okay, it's never coming down. That's when it starts to come down. All right, so I think you're a good eye on that, John. But I'd wait. You don't want to wait for the discount, right? Wait to put it on sale. Okay, Nikola. Excuse me. Nikola. Hydrogen fuel cell. Okay, well, this should be interesting. Also from Dr. John. All right, so let's. My guess is Dr. John is a doctor. All right, look at that. Oh, good example. Right, so he's acknowledging, right? We're always looking for 5s and 3s. Why? Because things end and begin with 5s. Oh, just because it makes it easier on me, I'm going to just do that. Let's take it out of log scale. Good identification. So we put in the 5 on low volume, and then boy, that sure flew out of there. So this looks very much like what he just posted about on CVS. But you got a little bit more mature of a 5 here, and that looks like you could count that as a good 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd have to use that as your 4 into the 5, right? So you've got a good looking 5. So here's exactly what we were just describing, saying, okay, well, if that's going to be, oh, this is interesting. All right, so he's using this. This is the original golden zone. If I were to take the 65 out here, right, the golden zone, right, historically has always been from the 38 to the 618. That was the golden zone, right? I just tweaked it, right? It took a little prerogative, a little TA license to create my own golden zone, which was down here, right? But this was originally the 30. I mean, there are indicators that you can. I've seen them on MP4 that are the golden zone indicator, and they're just highlighting the 38 to the 618, right? That's the golden zone. Right, it's contemporary, right? So this is the contemporary. So let's see here how we look here on this as the 3, right? So now here I would go to a wave 4, right? Because we know a wave 4. We don't really want a wave 4 going to a 618. We want a wave 4 to hold at the 50, and lo and behold, what do we get? Right, from the 2 to the 3, down for the 4, we're spared the. I mean, it just. Does Elliott Wave still work, right? Is that still something that people do, or is it all just, market structure and ICT and that's, it's Jesus. My feed is just full of it, right? So, okay, I guess Elliott Wave is, the market doesn't move that way anymore. Human nature has changed so much that we're not going to have 5s and 3s anymore, which is all the 5s and 3s are, right? It's not like, to change the 5s and 3s, the human can, but shit, maybe AI does it. But fear and greed is going to have to change, and I think we're hardwired there, so I don't think that's likely to change. So to say something like, oh, Elliott Wave, it doesn't work anymore. Silly, right? Until, well, again, if it's all AI bots that are trading, maybe it won't work anymore. As long as people are still trading, you're going to find your 5s and 3s. Okay, so here's a 5 down followed by a 5 up. Elliott Wave still in the market? Yeah, sure is. Okay, so is there any dispute about what to do next? What would your game plan be here? Right, John, just acknowledging we've got. I guess we can take that off, right? So we got a good 5 here, followed by a 5. So is there any confusion about the next trade, right? So this is here's an example. As when I started out, we're not here to give you. The goal is not to say, okay, here's the buy, here's the sell. It's like, okay, well, what's the process? Okay, well, I entered in a 5, I started in a 5. Well, we know what is likely to come next. Right? There's no guarantee, right? Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, well, it's guaranteed to give me a zigzag into a golden zone now. That's silly, right? Of course, that's not ever what we're saying. But we sure do have nice TA here. Oh, shit, I guess we could do this a couple of different ways here. I mean, you got a better Elliott channel somewhere you could show me? I'm going to guess not, right? That's just perfect. Just perfect Elliott channel. So what are we looking for, right? Where's the next trade? What else is there, right? Is there something else we could use there? Well, it looks like we've got fair value gaps right here. Shit, I don't know. You even need to bring any market structure into that, right? It's pretty straightforward. I mean, it wouldn't hurt, right? It never hurts, right? It's just an X-ray. Essentially, what you're doing with market structure is just you're looking at the X-ray of the market. Where is the support, right? So this is kind of the same thing here. Okay, well, clearly, right, all the trading took place down here. Where here's an air pocket. Here's an air pocket. So if we're coming back down, for some reason I want to take this out. Yeah, I want to take that out of log. I just want to make sure I wasn't in log. So if we're coming down here, well, okay, we could go deeper. Yeah, we could go deeper. Right, we got the POC. We go platinum here. Oh, this is. There we go here. So we've got 79, 707, golden zone, 50, right? So we could come deeper. Anywhere down here where you'd be focused on the POC. Right, if we get an ABC coming down for Nikola, shit. That just hit my watch list. Right? How pretty, right? We're beautiful. Right? So, but we got a long wait, right? That could be the fall. Could be longer before we see that C come in. We got to have an A, B, C to get it. Now you could trade. I'm not saying short it here, but if you got up here and we don't get a new swing here, and you start to roll over, there's a short there. If you're dying to trade that, I'd be looking for the short, not the buy. Right? If you're a buy only or prefer to be on the buy side, well, it's a hurry up and wait. You got to wait for that. Good one, John. Beautiful. Catch those 2 5s. Okay, we're looking good there. How am I doing on time? Okay, I got another hour. How am I doing down here? Oh, shit. You guys did come through. Okay. All right, let's see here. So that one's looking good. Wonka is back. He's double dipping. Okay, Wonka, can you please cover Doge and BNB? Sure, let's look at Doge. Oh, I think not on BitGet. Crypto. Well, let's do that. Jesus, am I spelling it right? Yeah, I am. Okay, so where do we want to go here? He wants, I'm going to assume you want spot. Let's do USDT. Let's do the spot. There it is on BitGet. I don't know why didn't it come up. Right, BitGet is our sponsor, so whenever I can, I try and use their charts. All right, it's a little exposure. Part of my deal with them, all right, is I'm supposed to encourage you. If you're looking for an exchange, right? They're a good one. They are really a good one, right? Particularly if you like to trade futures. Just a problem if you're in the U.S. Okay, all right, as is pretty much everything but Coinbase. Let's go back here a little bit. Oh shit, let's go to a daily here. If I'm doing something I haven't looked at here, I always start at the daily. Okay, so I'm gonna get the volume out of there. Okay, babe. Oh, this is Doge. I probably don't have full history, but I don't need it. Looks like an impulse, doesn't it, right? But break it down, it's really looks more like just a big ABC. Okay, well, lower low, lower high, lower low. Looks like just a stop run. Never, ever, ever the first click. It just plagues me. Okay, so we've got potential liquidity to be grabbed up here on the way up, and we got liquidity down here. Anybody unsure about what happened down here? Anybody? Oops. Confused here what that is? Same thing here, same thing here. Right? You just okay. It's just along with what did the algo do? What did the measure move algo do last? Where's the liquidity? If it's going to come for liquidity, where can it find it? It being the liquidity seeking algorithms that move the market. Where are the stops going to be? Well, likely there were some here. Likely there were some here. Guaranteed there are some here. Those are untapped. There were definitely some here, and we know there are some here. It's not hard to spot. It's not like, oh shit, man, I don't know where the stops are going to be. Shit, how would I know? It's not hard to spot them. So think of it this way: where would you put your stop? Right, we've all been conditioned over many years. Oh, under the pivot, right? Because that's how I was taught. I was taught, well, you put it under the pivot because your assumption is that if your analysis is correct, that low shouldn't be broken. Well, that might be a little. Things have changed enough, right? That's shit. My training was in the shit. Was it 90, early 90s? Right, so we're going back a lot of years. We didn't have the same conditions. We weren't all algo driven, right? It literally was guys at the desk punching sell. Now it's all software doing it. What's the software looking for? They're looking for liquidity. What's the purpose of the market? To facilitate trade. Where do we find trading? At points of liquidity. So different animal now. Okay, so you look here at baby. Oh shit, I want to say baby Doge. At Doge, is there a clear Elliott count here? No. Can you count it? Yeah. Is it going to be useful? I don't see anything useful here. I probably got 5 down here. I probably got a good 5 here. Well, let's just throw it up. Oh fuck. There's something like this. Triangle 4 into the 5. Okay. So I got a 5 followed by a 3. Jesus, is that a 5? Oh, well, here, let's just carry on here. We can certainly do that. Okay, 5 followed by 3. Well, that looks like, oh God, you'd have to truncate that. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. It would be a pretty unbalanced. Excuse me. Let's see if we can get something together here. Okay. I don't like that. Well, pardon me. See, that's a... No, I think you do have to truncate here because I can't go A, B, C because well, shit, maybe I can. Oh, it's so close. Let's just do it. Let's do it this way. Shit. Let's go to an 8. Maybe I can. I might need to. Yeah, I think you can do it. All right, so we're gonna do just something along these lines right here. So rather than go into all that, it almost doesn't matter, right? So if we come out of that, if this is the 5, does that work? A, B, C. Well, let's see if we can stitch something together here. Can we do that? So this is the A. This is the B. Well, I guess we can do it. Here, let's see if we can get that to fly. So let's go. Fuck. I'm telling you, it almost doesn't matter. Oh, let's see if we can squeeze a 1 in here or a 5. Maybe I'm loosely putting it in there. I don't think it's particularly effective here. Right? So my premise is I'm not such a purist that if I can't count it, I can't trade it. I don't. Okay, my view is always if it's there, it's obvious, and I can use it. Great. If it's not there, I don't care. I don't care what the Elliott count is, unless it's helpful. Now, is this helping me? Not really. It's more frustrating me. It's more, oh, fuck, I don't. Okay, so can I use... So you get 2 choices. Okay, well, what else could I do? How am I in terms of the discount and the premium zone, right? Right, pretty obvious where that is. Now, maybe I want to tighten that up a little bit. Okay. Barring that, what fuck, I can't remember what that was. So this big pump that could have been Elon. Okay, so where now is the discount? Where can I buy it on sale? Where am I now? Well, so it may. Fuck, even that is ugly. You don't have. Well, fuck, 1, 2, 3. I guess you can't finish it there. 1, 2. That's not great. Well, let's just see it. If I can get it out of there. Okay, so signs of, oh, fuck, never the first one. Signs of it. All right, where's Waldo? Is he in here? Yeah, he's in here. Just go 1 tick past the 618. Phew, that's I'd be. Let's just put it. Got to put it somewhere. I'm not sure I like that, but let's just take a look there. Oh, I try and do these. I try and get through them pretty quickly. Maybe. Can you do it this way? A, B, nope. I'd have to go up here. One, 2. Ugh. I think that's all part of a higher degree. You might be able to get a 1 there too. But everything overlaps, right? So your best case here is you've got some sort of ugly diag going in. You now need that to overlap. It's almost, okay, where are you going to put it? You can put it here. I'd put it here, I guess. So you need the overlap here. Come here. I need that there. I'm looking for a 50 coming from the swing high to the swing low. Okay, pretty close. That's just a chop monster, but we can look at it here saying, okay, the Elliott is smoky. Let's say it that way. Okay, what can I be definitive about? Where I don't have to go, oh fuck, maybe it's a 3, 4, 5, maybe. What can I see with certainty? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher. Right, got an uptrend. I can be objective here. So okay, maybe the Elliott count is, eventually, right? Sometimes they out of the smoke, they just show up and oh fuck, there it is. Okay, so maybe I got an ABC going in here, but I need that lower. This is not, boy, I'm really struggling to come up with something positive to say here. Maybe that's about as good as I'd see something here. Can't say I love this one, right? Plus it's so fickle, right? Whatever. Oh, Elon tweets something, and you get a pump, and then the next day it's a dump. So I wouldn't be going with big size here, unless your goal is just to accumulate, right? On the assumption that with the Elon's backing and the new X Twitter, or whatever the fuck he's doing, then okay, well here I am. The only rational line of thinking I can come up with here is, okay, if I can buy it in the discount, I want to accumulate here on the potential that we get some one tweet from him and we get something like that, right? So then would you know to take it up here? Probably not. But where could you target? Assuming we have a low here, right? Big fucking assumption. Assuming we have a low here, some of these wicks, right? So here's untapped, right? So you always want to pay Jesus. I hate that thing. Here, hang on. Right. You always want to pay attention to where the untapped liquidity is, right? So this is running this. This is naked up here. So if that's going to kick all the way up there, and I don't know that it is. I'm just throwing those in there because I got to put them somewhere. If this is an attempt to get a 1 started here, well, maybe a big 5 here, but I sure would be watching for that to see if that gets swept. You can make a case here. You've got some additional here. Right, looking for inducement there, maybe attract some bulls. This hasn't been tested from below, so you've got some wicks here that would be clear signals here. So take a run. That's a kind of a shit. If it goes, maybe right. You said not the kids' tuition money, but you could take a flyer there. I don't know that I would, right? I like to see him set up. There's too many things to choose, right? The reason you'd be doing this is because you think Elon's going to pump it. Bottom line. He likes it because it has dogs. I love dogs, but I don't want to risk my money because I like dogs. Okay. I guess that's all I can do for you on that one, Wonka. BNB. Now that may be more interesting. These guys are saying, fuck the U.S. Well, I guess we'll do this. We'll set up somewhere else. So let's do it over on. Let's go to the daily. U.S. You want to fuck around with crypto and prevent us from doing business here? I know you have our best interest at heart. Well, there's COVID, so it's a little hard to. I think we've got full history. Jesus, I hate to do that. Yuck. Well, let's put it here. The only alternate is you do it here. Can't say I love that. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to divorce this one too. No, I don't think you can do that. You got to do it there, and that looks like it truncated. I think it did, as a matter of fact. All right, let's well, we make our point here. Truncation, right, is a dirty word for an Elliottician, right? It's the last resort. Last resort, if there's no other way to solve that puzzle. 1, 2, 3, even that, fuck. Can't say it's great. Well, here, let's label it. If all right, I'm making this worse. Let's get you out of here and take you up a degree. That's why you want to change colors and change degrees, right? Just a reminder, because it's easy to get lost in what you're doing here. Is that the 4, right? And we need to go up for a 5. It fits better in terms of time, although, well, you take it out of log scale, right? You can't even work with it. A, B, C, oh, you know, shit, W, X, Y probably. Yeah, they're not getting a whole lot of traction out of that. Just out of curiosity, all right? Let's just, you know, do the steps, right? It's about process. So if that's a wave 4, okay, we're in the zone here. You'd like to see that get going a little sooner. All right, what are we doing here? If this is the 4, okay, well, let's just. So half the reason you're doing this is, okay, where would this count need to be altered? But additionally, where's the liquidity? Where are the stops? If you're a bull, you think there's some here? Yeah, there's some here. Oh, Jesus. It's become comical now. I can't get that on the first. Okay, little tap dance there. That's not much of a start to whatever that is. It looks like it's a 4, so it looks like you got 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like it wants to go down. All right, we can label this. So it looks like we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going up there. Oh, fuck. Here, let's do that. Looks like you got a 5 going up here. Did we? Yeah, we snapped. So we can get out of that. 1, 2. It's a little skinny in there, but we can get that to fly. So you've got a 1. I think we can all agree that's a 3. That's this nice place. This is some shitty structure here. Well, we got a true double there. Oh, for Jesus, I'm not sure I like that either. Well, so you see the problem there, right? For members, I'm sure you all see that. But for anyone who's watching who's not in our community or belt system or is working on their Elliott content, the reason that's a problem there is because we need this to finish as a Y, so we'd need an ABC. So the premise would be, okay, if this is an A going in here, we need more down. So 1, 2, 3, sideways, right? How do you spot the 4, right? We're not progressing the trend. A, B, C to complete that as a Y. Otherwise, you're going 1, 2, 1. I don't think you can pull that off. You can you? Jesus, I think that's a true double. Nope. Well, okay, but that's not. Well, shouldn't speak with absolutes. Could that be the 2? Fuck, I suppose it could be, right? This is the higher high here, so you'd have to do. Maybe you can do it this way. No, that's fuck. That looks like an A, B. Maybe you can't do it, right? You're kind of fucked here. You're stuck. Maybe. And this is one. Here's where I would check with PK. I'm not positive whether I can do this or not, right? This is why your Elliott Wave cheat sheets are so handy. That's right. So I want to keep it all self-contained. A, B, C. What I'm not sure of, right? I have to confess this, right? And if PK is on here, is he on here? I'd be looking for him. If I go if I go A, B, C into an X, if that's my X, can I go A, B? I can't remember, so I'm going to go with it. Maybe he's on. right? 'Cause then I actually might be able to get this done down here. I can't remember if I can do that. PK, you on? I guess he's not. Is he? Let me see. No, he's not on. Okay, so 5, 3, 5. Can I expand that B? Because otherwise, that's the only shot we have down here. If you're a bull, right? Assuming if you're a bull, I can get this done as an ABC, and even that is a little bit on the edgy side. 1. I can get the B over here as a triangle. Maybe that works. I still am not sure if I can expand that. A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so maybe I can make that fly. There, I am on a daily here. So A, B. That way the B doesn't overlap that. I think that might fly. Then we can finish it down here. I think. Right. This is where I'm telling you guys, having someone like PK on the roster. Nice to be able to check with these guys. Okay, all right, as I tell everybody, these guys are all better Elliottians than I am. Okay, so WXABC for the Y, right? Let them come down here, sweep that low. Well, actually, we wouldn't want that. That'd be a we'd have to relabel the 4 here if they did that. So right now the 4 is in, and we're trying to get out of here. So it has to stay above that pivot. So this would be an invalidation to this count if this is the 4 and we're trying to go up to the 5. Tricky one there. Who gave me this? Oh, this is Wonka. Well, I know you're likely to check with PK on that anyway. That's what I come up with there. This I don't like, right? So that's why I don't want to put the 5 up here and truncate that. It's too short in time, right? So A, B, C, W, X, Y. I wouldn't trade that myself. It's too iffy, but I'm picky. Right? There's so many things to choose from. All right, okay, they're setting up offshore and taking all the US business offshore. I like it. I like the idea of it, but that setup isn't. It's not good enough, right? So I always come back. You hear me say this all the time. There's so many things to trade. Why take a I mean, you can wait for perfect. Why take something like, shit, who knows? It's my view, right? Take it, leave it, right? I'm only here to try and help and give you my opinion and teach you a few things along the way. If you disagree or think I'm full of shit, that's what makes a market, right? That's point, right? What I'm trying to teach is process. Okay, so Wonka, I think you're on hold there. Ben B, who was number 1, first one on today, so I know he's got something good for me. Ben B, who gives me Benjamin Franklin as his avatar. Ben B, what's the market doing? Still 300 in the NQ. Okay, so, we're looking at the spiders. This will be interesting. Because I do have a count here in my head. I've looked at this so many times because I trade this every day. Okay, so we're looking at the SPY. Okay, so you're going with, I'm with you there. All right, now this is tricky. I'm with you on this as well. Okay, so, all right, so this, I can give you at least. Okay, so let's, here I'm just going to force a habit, guys. That's all I'm doing. Oh, where'd my... Jesus, what am I trying to do here? We're trying to get like color here. Let's go micro, and there we go. Okay, so if this is W, let's put this one in yellow. Okay, how are you doing this here? So you're going, no, I'm not following you here. So you're going to go A, so you're doing this whole thing as an A? B, C as an A. Well, I think we got to back that one up, Benjamin B. Are you on, Ben B? Yeah, he is. So I've wrestled with this as well. So what makes this tricky, you've got a very, 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 very clear zigzag right here, right? So we have to fit that in. It's 5, 3, 5 all day long, right? The ending 5 is so good there, right? We gotta call that a 5. So there's this zigzag that's right here. Now what do we do with this, right? See, if you go A, B, it doesn't fit, right? So the other thought was, because it looks like to your eye, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? What's the problem? Well, if you're going to apply strict Elliott, it doesn't work, because you'd need 3 is longer than 1. You'd need 5 longer than 3. We've looked at this repeatedly a couple of times. So I come into this, my view is only slightly different. That you'd have to do A, B, C into a W. You'd have to put your X here. You'd have to put a Y here, so you can accommodate the zigzag here. So A, B, C, which you have, right? I think, right? So we'd have to go A, B, C, W. A, expand the B, C into an X. I know it's a little bit of an Elliott shuffle, because you want to put a 5 here. You do. I see it, right? Trust me, I see it. But then I guess, see, you have to work backwards. So from this low, I can't call it a 5. Well, fuck. You call it what you want, but if you're going to apply strict Elliott, it doesn't fly. You can't make that work as a leading diag. So you can either go, oh well, that's stupid. It's obviously a 5. That's one. It's perfectly valid, right? If you want to say, as I often do, shit, throw the Elliott out, right? So, but if you're going to throw the Elliott out, then you can't. You got to release the labeling. So either you're applying Elliott or you're not applying Elliott. You can't do a mishmash, right? All you're going to do is fuck yourself there. Right? I promise you, I've done it. You're better to be strict or just take it off. 29 years of experience, right? Just take it for what it's worth. I think we also have a golden zone here. Oh, fuck me. Come here. There we go. Is it here? Well, it was a break, right? So we're here, we're in the pocket, and we didn't hit target here. So it got a little bit, there's internal stuff there. Coming back, we're already to and through. So if this is, we got to do it this way. Here, hang on. We got to go here. So we got to go WXY. Now, if you're a bear, which it looks like this count is a bear, you're looking for that. That's the only way we can apply strict Elliott here and make that work. So I'm going to take that off, and I don't disagree with you here. Okay, so this would be, let's get that. Oh fuck, something bigger, and let's put these in back to yellow, or here we'll put them in blue. Okay, so WXY. So this has to be your X, all right, your second X. And right, we can look over here. All right, liquidity not tapped, right? So if that's WXY and this is an A, B, C, you've got your second X. Now, what are we looking for? All right, so obviously we're looking for 1, 2, 3, right, before we start the whole process over again. Now, that's a mighty, mighty bearish view of the market, which I'm not, by no means am I saying is incorrect. It's just acknowledging that's pretty bearish. Okay, so A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit. Let's go to a 4. Let's see. Did we finish here? So if this is, God, I gotta change these colors. I can't see them. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4. Did we run out of room up here, Benjamin B? What happened to you here? Oh, could be that he posted the, because I was nudging the members for content this morning. It could be that this has come after maybe he just grabbed this. But so, okay, so Ben B, I'm going to just blow you up here a little bit, right? Because it looks like you were looking for the C here and start down. That didn't happen. So I don't mean to disregard your work here, but I think we're now past that. So, okay, that doesn't mean we can't make it fly. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we do have a good candidate here for that to be in. Is that my C? So it would be A. Jeez, this is just habit. Right, A, B, C. Okay, so what else would we do here? Well, of course, we'd want to put some sort of a channel on this, right? And a good Elliott channel, right? Nice channeling here. All right, so here's one of those examples where as this is all happening, right, and we have this just relentless grind higher and everybody, bears are throwing in the towel and it's like AI rules and we're never coming down and it's a tech world, it's an AI world. That still may all be true, but that's usually, that's right about there where you go, fuck it, I got to just buy. I'm just buying all in. Right, and then you get a day like today and now you're back to rethinking, oh fuck, I knew this thing. So that's what happens in trading, right? Oh, I knew I was right. Damn it, why did I go all in on the longs? I FOMO'd in, right? That's very, very common. So if that happened to you, you're in good company. Now that's let's get you tighter there. Tighten that up. Pretty good right there. Okay, now what's interesting about that is that I can take that back to this one, just as valid. Actually, I think I like that better. So now we start to stack. So all I'm doing here is just building confluence. You think it's not going to be in the S&P? Come on. It's in the S&P 1,000 times a day. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, bing, got the, I guess we got our, we'll take that. Well, let's just hide that. Okay, so we got a nice channel up here. We've come up, we've realized our 80%, just barely. But you have very, in the SPX and the futures, you most definitely do. All right, SPY, it's derivative, it's an ETF. Okay, so A, B, C. If that's your X, okay, well, there shouldn't be any confusion as to what's next, right? So the X is in, we're looking for an ABC to come down and challenge that low. Well, so what's the alternate? Right, we got to at least appreciate that there is an alternate here, which would not be hard to suss out. Let's put it up here. Let's get up to a comparable degree. Right, now, so there's your alternate, which is equally valid. Who wins? Right, how will we know? Well, it's going to take a little more to know. Here, I'm just wicking that off, right? So I've got range here. If this is the 2, right? If it's 1, A, B, C into the 2, I got an impulse 3. That would fit, right? So I can go WXY into my low here. I'm off into a new impulse. So you'd have to be asking yourself, well, what is that the top of then? Right? Is that 3 and this is 4? Right, now you're out to looking at weeklies and monthlies, right? So the bigger question is, okay, so another way to think of it, and this is one of the things I do like about market structure, is we can say right now, all I can say with absolute certainty is I have a range here, and I'm within that range, I'm in the premium, right? Here's the premium discount array, right? It's the market structure speak, right? So we have a premium discount, PD array is what it's called, right? So PD array, okay, well here we're in the premium. Do we want to be buying in the premium? Well, that's where now you start to break it down. You say, well, wait a second, but I've got another PD array right here, right? So here's my 4 into my 5. So I've got another one here that's overlapping here. Well, am I in the discount of that one? No, all right. And then you go down to a 30 minute and you say, well, wait a minute, wouldn't I have another one here? Where's the next one? Where's the next PD array that I would have here? Oh, well, let's see, where's the last low? Okay, let's just reset it. Last low that did its job. Oh, fuck. This is a stretch to do it that way. Okay, that's about, if you're gonna use this. Boy, that's a tenuous. I wouldn't use that, right? I'd use this, right? Since we got an impulse that came off of that. Okay, well, all right. What do you want to be doing up here? Buying or selling? Right, depends on your stance, right? If you're bearish, oh, game on, right? It's time to be selling, right? We're in the premium of the premium of the premium, right? So fuck, how fast can I buy the puts? Well, slow down. Right? I mean, I'm not saying that's not the right thing to do. I'm just saying, okay, well, what do I have here? I have an impulse that completed. Have I started? Do I have enough to call this a correction that's completed? No. if this is the 2 and this is the 3, if that's the 2 and the 3, well, what I'm looking for a 4 here. Right? Would I not? Right? So, okay, let's get our wave 4. Right? So somewhere down here, let's get you off of there. That's where I'm looking for that 4. Right here. If this is the 3, if, right? Right, it's 3, X, right? But that 5 is pretty good, right? So and you got the 5 within the 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? A, B, right? It's all right there. Oh, let's go to an hourly here and just look at that a little more. Reference length. 1, 2, 3. Now, so for a bear, what's a little bit surprising is that we didn't make the full Monty here, right? We only made the 127, 138, which is not like, oh shit, well that never happens, right? It's the second most common, and note we're tagging the median line as we hit it. Right, but in the raging bull of our the last 11 years, whatever it's been, the best July, I think it was the best July in 11 years, something along those lines. Anyway, I heard it on Bloomberg not too long ago. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're not best July ever. We're not going to get the 1618. It's not that much further. But where would we be? Look where the 1618 is, right at the all-time high. So it's not crazy to think that that's what we're headed to. All right, now do the subdivision here. Oh shit! Let's see here. Let's go with that as the 2. If it's 1, 2, 3, 4 up for the 5, is that our absolute high? I have to check my count, right? I've got another leg on that. Let's just stay with this for now. Right? So you've got a candidate here for that to go one more time up, right? Now you got your high up here at, well, 479, 4,800 in the S&P. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we're not going to know. How would you know? Well, you don't. You're not going to know until you get resolution down here, right? You can't confirm it until you break right there, right? That's the confirm. Oh, it's not an impulse, right? Because this is clearly an impulse, right? So you can't turn it into a diag. Oh, fuck. I suppose you could. Maybe you could. I suppose you could, right? So you can go A, B, C and put the 2 over here, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're looking for that to complete the where am I? To complete the 3, and the 5 is still yet to come. So the question would be, oh, is that 3, 4, 5 of the 3? Now I know that starts to it's hard to follow when it's not your chart, but just keep in mind that don't assume, right? Don't make assumptions. It sounds silly to say that. You've got to try and be as objective as you possibly can. So what can I say with certainty here? I mean, as certain as we get in the markets, I can absolutely confirm without any hesitation in my mind, at least my mind, that I've got an impulse there. I have an impulse, right? So what is it doing? Is it ending? Well, likely ending something. Now, so you'd want to see, oh shit, let me get that out of there. You'd want to see some of the signs of a top coming beyond what we're doing today. Okay, good sign. We just had our first little change of character. What am I on, 1 hour? Okay, so here's a little break. All right, this was, both of these, right? You could use both of them. Okay, so if that's the 5, Jesus. Yeah, it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It's a little diag to finish it. Okay, A, B. Well, let's consider that. If that's some sort of who knows, right? Triangle, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. C. Okay, right? Could I be done here? Yes. Yes, you could. Tough call, right? What is it? Well, it strikes me that if we're going to keep rolling here, it's an AI boom, right? Look at all the earnings that are coming out, right? They tamp them down so they can beat them, right? It's all the games that are played. But if we're going to keep going, what's going to do it? It's going to be an AI revolution, right? That's don't take. I mean, I'm not making the news there. I'm just reporting what you hear from people that really understand that side of the business. Is AI enough to drive all of this, right? Then from everything I read, it's going to change every facet of our lives, every single one. So the like an AMD who reported today. The AI leaders, right? It's going to be Google, Microsoft. Right? Fuck Microsoft. I got my eyes all over Microsoft looking for a pullback here because I am inclined to be, until this breaks down here, I'm inclined to stay with the impulsive nature of what's happening here. So a correction, yeah, it was about time to get one. We were due for one. Correction, yes. Top of the market, could be. Could be. I'm not ready to go there yet to call the top of the market, right? I'd want to see a big failure swing here, right? So you give me something here that like, oh, are we going up, and failure swing. Get that, then I'd be getting more bearish. Even still, right? What you really need to lock in the bear is you got to break that right there, right? You got to break that pivot there. Then it's bear time. Then you're thinking that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have an A and this all gets pushed off, and maybe, right, as who gave me this? Benjamin B gave me this. Maybe that is the X, and it was ABC all along. But we're not going to know until we see what happens here and what happens here. Okay, all right. So, geez, I'm going too long there. But that is this is the tricky, and since I trade this all the time, right, I do have an opinion there. Okay, Benjamin B. How did I get your? Oh, maybe did you even give me the ES or the SPY? It looks like you wanted EOG, but I got a different link from you. So hang on a second. Is that what happened here? Your EOG got me the S&P? Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, so Benjamin B, and I think you're on, Benjamin. The chart you posted gave me your ES. So let me try your other one. Let's see what that gives me. And this is. What is UNG? I don't know. Oh shit. Same thing. Okay, let me try this. I think if I just punch them in, since your links are just a little off. Okay, so this is UNG. UNG. That's what I'm assuming you wanted here. Yes. Okay, so there's your work on United Natural Gas. Oh God, my AC is hot. I can't fix it. The webcam I have follows me around the room. It'll be pointing at the back of the room. Okay, so what do we got here on United Natural Gas? Okay, so nice use here. Well, you had a golden, right? Although you weren't technically in it. Now this is well, that's interesting. Okay, so you have a textbook case here of trading principle number 4. So those of you that haven't studied Alan Andrews' work, we have an 80% probability of making the median line, right, if we hold the pivot here. If we don't make it, right, his premise was that truly a trading principle, one of his 4 major principles, is that failure to make the median line sets up a move equal to or greater than the swing that failed to make it. Well, right now we're equal to. Now, you could look at that and say, okay, wait, oh, you probably got that locked. So let's say, well, wait a second, oh, maybe you don't. Now it's golden. So you got to change it, right? So you got to go A, B, and, right, do we really have, or fuck, what are we going to have to do? You're going to have to do WXY. Looks like you'd have to do, let me change that for you. So it looks like ABC. WABC X ABCY. At first glance, let's go. Let's take that up. Okay, maybe a 2. All right, as we get in there, algo firing. Okay, so look at all the ingredients that you're looking for at a pivot, right? If you want to attack a low, if you're like, oh shit, I see it. One of the first things you want to look, oh shit. One of the first things you want to look for, boy, I screwed that up. You hit that magnet key, it'll fuck you up. Okay, one of the first things you want to look for at a potential low is a sweep of the prior liquidity. Right? Again, that's just kind of, that's not SMC, right? It's just market structure basics. Right? Okay, again, what's the algorithm doing? Algorithms. What are they looking for? Liquidity. Where can they find it? Right there. You think there are any stops there ahead of the 618? Same story, right? Same story over and over and over again, right? Sweep the lows. The algo fires. Now, are we out of trouble there? No, but do we have a trade there? Well, I mean, you could certainly make a case for a low risk trade there. Now, maybe you use 707 here. You don't have to, right? You can give that a little cushion, right? So for a potential, because now where are the stops? Right, at some point, right, that has to stop. Pardon the language, but that I should say it this way: that has to end, right? You're not going to keep sweeping the lows. We just keep going down. So at some point, you do get a low. But part of the conditions for that low is, can I look left and see a sweep of liquidity? Where stops run here? Yes. Okay. Does that mean it's time to trade? Well, I wouldn't call that a bad setup. Do you have anything below? No, you don't. Do we get a good finish here? Well, this would have to be AB. This would have to be. Oh fuck! How you doing that? Yeah, you could do a flat there. You got it right. So you got a 3, 3. So you'd have to do A, B, C. Right. So you got an expanded, where you're expanding the B and a flat there. So you got a kind of a wacky flat there. Come down, finish it. 1, 2, 3. Come off with the 5. This gets a little tricky here. W, A, B, C, X, A, B, C into the Y. Is that tradable? I'd want to know a little bit. Okay, why? Why should that go up? I want to have a little bit more insight into that. I don't track this. It's okay. These are not really order blocks here. So you have gaps. So don't confuse the gap with a fair value gap. Oh shit. Oh god, I know what's screwing me up here. He's got his down bars that's a little wacky. Wait a second. Am I ass backwards here? Here, let me just switch it here, so I can make sure I'm not. Oh, wait a second now. Yeah. Why am I losing my head here? No, green is up. Here, I got to get this. Let's get back here. Okay. All right, now I can see it a little more clearly. So all of this, is that a fuck. Oh, I suppose use all of this down here as some sort of a demand zone here. As it sits here now. Oh, we lost that a little bit, didn't we? What happened there? Oh, I know it, because he was pulling from the other two. He was pulling from this. Let's pull from the... God damn it. Let's pull from the low. Okay, now, right, so I think he was pulling, when he gave it to me, he was pulling from this. Yeah, he was, right? So let's go here, now that I've spotted that. Okay, from this low, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. W, X, Y. We're not quite there. That's what you want. So when you complete the impulse, I know it's tempting to think, oh, if I put it here, it's a golden zone, but that doesn't. That's. Could it have been? Yeah, right. You might have had something. Oh, well, here, right. So look. You already had that reaction. So you think of that as almost like a mitigated order block, right? I mean, you've already had your algo reaction off of the secondary pivot. So you have to go back. Now that this is completed, you're looking for a 2, right? The 2 between the 50 and the 618. So you could start accumulating there just based off of the reaction there that you had the sweep of the lows. Okay, I'm going to take maybe 30% of your position there. The rest of it I'd put down here just ahead of the golden zone, and I'd put a stop not too far below that. Maybe use this gap down here. Not a fair value gap. That's a true gap in the market. Just the nature of the working from a day chart. Okay, so is there a trade there? Yeah. I truly would. I may trade this. I'm gonna have to dig a little bit more what their story looks like. So we've got. All right. Well, natural gas fire. So this is all about what kind of a winter are we gonna have? Cooler weather through mid-August. Oh, Jesus. If you're in the southwest of the U.S., that's relief, but that's going from 109 to 102. That's what I'd do there. You got lots of upside, right? If you're going for a 3 there, look what you got there. You got 24 to 1, right? So you could nibble there. Maybe options. What is this thing priced at? $6? Oh, you trade the underlying. I wouldn't trade the options unless you just want to try and go for something quick. But I'd start nibbling now. I'd add at the golden zone. Stop underneath the 707. You got a beautiful setup there. Okay, Ben B. Sorry I missed your EOG. I didn't notice that for some reason. You gave me the what? Maybe I can come back to it if I'm not out of time. I got Dr. John looping back. I love when the guys they post one up above and then they post another one below. Right? I'm glad to see that. It means he cares, which I like to see. Okay, so this is what do we got here, Dr. John? I think we looked at this. Here's one more AYX, the credit rating downgrade, reset the first wave out of the golden pocket. Okay, so I'm just gonna switch this here, just so I don't get confused. Now, Dr. John is like Wonka puts his indicators up top, right? It's like going to a white screen, right? It takes me a minute to get used to it. Okay, so let's take a look here. We had a candidate for a 4. Looks like that's being threatened. So, let's just bring that over here. Whoa, look at that. That's a rough ride for that 3. Whew. I don't know, John. Okay, so it looks like I got an ABCC. You kind of want this to be a diag. So it looks like I've got an AB. Oh, fuck. Oh, that is ugly. But the 3 is decent. Okay, so let's work with that. Come here. Jesus Christ, come here. I'm just terrible with that thing. All right, so part of the reason I do that is I like to get a visual of like, okay, where could I potentially see some support here? Where could I find that, right? So here the market is, all I'm doing is filling in the color. The market has done that zone for me. I'm just filling it in. Okay, so if we're coming down into this range, well, that's, okay, well, what happened last time we got there? It's not hard to make that deduction. Okay, now we're on you gave me a 30-minute. Okay, so let's get some perspective here. What the hell are we doing here? Okay, well, any question about the trend, I think is we don't have to think too hard on that. Holy shit. This must be, what is this? Alteryx? It's got to be a pharmaceutical, wouldn't be my guess. Shit, let's go to the daily. We got to take a look. We got to get a big picture here. Wow, nice launch for the IPO. Holy fuck. Nice IPO. When was that? 2017? Thank you very much. Those founders have cashed out and are on their yachts somewhere. Okay, let's get down here. I don't know. I say that in jest. Boy, that got kind of wonky, didn't it? So this has to be... Oh, it doesn't matter, right? So, impulse. Looks like 5. Yeah. I don't think you can get it. It's not a triangle, so you're going to go 2, 3, 4. So you got to do an ABC there. Phew. Okay, so it gets interesting down here. So something happened there. Where this pattern changes. Come here. All right. Interesting. All right, let's make sure I'm right on that. I'm not. Oh, I'm not far. Okay, let's clean that up. Looks like we may have a close below, which would break it. We do. Subtle, right? But it's a break nonetheless. Oh, okay. Just again, it's not about okay, buy here, sell here. Okay, process. Okay, where's the liquidity? Right. So each one of these liquidity, right? So if we're going to start to rally, right, every one of these, right? You think there's stops there, right? Every one, right? So as we start down, lower, low, lower, high, lower, high, we all know that, right? So here's double top, but you wouldn't call that a true change of character. Right? We don't even get a close above. So what happened here? We know what happened there, right? Liquidity sweep. What happened down here? Well, that's just free falling. So is this a candidate for the low? God, I would love it if we had held the golden zone, but we didn't. We broke. So how do I get another algo that I can tuck in behind? Well, the only way you get one is you got to have another setup here. Right there. Close. Wicking. This is a weak market. Okay, so the 4 definitely is out, right? So we're gonna get the 4 out. All right, how are we gonna do this, John? Here, I'm gonna just clean this up a little bit so I can see what I got here. You're gonna have to go. Fuck. All right, so you need some sort of a diag in here. Oh fuck, how are we gonna do this? You might have to do it here. Oy, that is just awful. A, B, C into the 1, right? So it's got to be a series of 3s talk about a triple top. Can you do it there? What are we on a daily? We'd have to break that down a little bit. Is there a 3 there? It doesn't look like it to me. Right, so then you'd have to do talk about a liquidity sweep. Boy, they sure bent over some bulls there. What was the thinking, right? Why would anybody in their right mind buy it there, right? What they're thinking they're going to fill the gap. Boy, that is an ugly, ugly, ugly start, but it seems to be what you got. So I'd be fuck. No, you can't do that. Actually, pardon me, because we don't get an overlap. So this is just a cluster of the highest order. Even that is a stretch. Do you have a 3 there? Fuck. Let's go look at it. We're this far in. Let's just see. I kind of like that as an ABC. Let's just for a second here just reconsider. Do we overlap here? I don't think we did. We didn't, right? So even if you put the 4 here, it doesn't fly. You're a little fucked down there. So already, right now, if it's me, I'm already gone. Next chart, right now. But if I'm in the position and I'm trying to figure out but if I was looking for a new trade, if I'm working that hard, next chart. Right, there's too many things to trade. But right, so I mean, John's giving me this. Maybe that's something that he's in. So what do you do with this beast? Well, I'd start looking for a Waldo. Okay, all right. So it's secondary pivot, but clearly, right, was respected. I got targets down here. That's 30. Boy, that's just. I wouldn't use the Elliott here until it clears up. ABC, okay, maybe an X, so WX. Boy, that's just an ugly chart. 1, 2, can you do that? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Even that is a. So maybe here. Is that what you were thinking? 1, 2, 3, 4. Double top. Boy, it's awful. It's all toppy. Look at the double top here, triple top here. This is a liquidity sweep. This is a low that has yet been grabbed yet. Boy, I don't know what you got there. So I'd be inclined to think it's not done. This is pretty telling here that we don't this, right? So where's the liquidity, right? If you don't spot the liquidity, you are the liquidity. You're just in a range there. This is nobody knows. You can't. It's uncountable. Well, I shouldn't say that. PK. Some of my guys probably count that. I go, why? Well, it's not helping me. Okay, so again, that's now you say, okay, what's as simple as I can make this? All right, do I have any advantage here? Well, I guess you could talk yourself into buying in the discount. Well, remember here, this just broke the golden zone, so you've lost the big algo, right? You don't even, do you have them here? You lost the big one. Maybe you talk yourself in there. I wouldn't be heavy on size there, because it's just you don't have that nice clean. Oh, I see it. I got it. I see it. Oh, no hesitation. Like you can't buy it fast enough. Here, I think that's a hold there. Until now, if we come out of here, if you got something up here and you're going to come fill in that gap, okay, well, don't think, oh, fuck, that guy told me not to buy. It's not like that, right? So you'd say, okay, oh, hey, some sort of a hideous 1. Oh, I got a 3. Okay, well, did I get that? Okay, well, so you'd be looking for it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're running all here. We're sweeping the liquidity, right? We're getting all of it. Oh, I missed the whole thing. That fucker told me not to buy it. He didn't like the count. What does he know? Well, I mean, I get that, right? I understand. Oh, shit, I'm not trying to talk you in or out of a trade. I'm just saying that setup, okay, I'd give it a C minus. Maybe a C because you're in the discount, right? So pretty clear where to put where you're going to be out, right? The whole count invalidates at that low. But if you get something like this, sweep the liquidity. Oh, okay, well, shit. All right. Well, God, did I miss the whole thing? Probably not. What comes after the 5? Right, maybe you come back down here and now you've got a new premium PD array, as it's called, right? Now you got a new one. Oh, well, maybe I can buy down here in the discount. Oh, shit, I'd do it here. Am I in log? Yeah, I am in log. All right, so I do it this way. Oh, I got the 5. They swept the liquidity. Oh, here comes the retrace. Oh, is there demand down here? That's the trade I would take, right, without hesitation. This, fuck. Yeah, that's gambling. Phew. Do I get a 7? I get a double 6s. What'd I get there? I'm not saying don't gamble. I'm just saying that's not what we teach. Right? What we teach would be next trade. Okay, how am I doing on time? Oh shit! Look at that. I'm 4 minutes early. Oh shit! Have I lost all? Oh no, I didn't lose all you guys. I think sometimes I'm worried. I get talking and I think I bored everybody to death. AYX is data analytics and AI. Oh, thanks, Johnny Thomas. I've got some AI that am I upside down on at the moment. I'm essentially flat here. So this is one I've been trading this, right? We've done this in a couple of live streams, as well as I think I did this on a Friday vid. So I'm long here and I don't really like what I'm seeing here. It's not going anywhere, but that shaping there is not ideal. We did come back to the POC. So just here as I'm just wrapping up the last, we got 2-3 minutes. This is a trade I'm in. I use the options. And all I did was do a 42. What did I do? I did a 42-46 call spread. 42-46 end of September. Right? So not trying to make hit a home run. Just 46 or 40. Oh shit, 46 is right up here. I was just trying to get to the algo target, into this supply zone here. If this is 1, A, B, C into the 2, and that's 1, boy, that is not a good looking 2. Go to the 4 hour, right? That's not what I was looking to see there. Right, what is it now? It's a good one. You have to be working this. That's an iffy. That's an iffy too. Right. Well, here's right. So here's Sonar Labs, right, setting out the discount for you. Oh, let's see. Right. So 50 being the discount premium. Right. Here's the strong. Here's the range. So if I draw it this way. Here's the last swing low, right, creating that premium discount, the PD array, right? So here's the zone. So if we're coming down a little bit lower, or if we're coming down here, right, you'd change the count. the larger two would have to come over here. Oh shit, what would you be calling that? I'd put the C over here, so it'd have to be a B, W, X, Y, most likely. So you have to go W, X, that's a 5, 3, 5. Double tops here. Well, you can see over here, right here as I finish up here. So where's the liquidity? Look what they did here, right? So up, grab that liquidity, come down. Where's the liquidity down here? Right, so this is exactly what an option, if you're long options, that's not what you want to see, which is why I tend to prefer spreads, because I'm making money on one and losing money on the other, but I'm losing, the one that's closer to the money is losing faster, but we're just going sideways. So what's happening, right? Time decay. That's what kills option trades, is the lack of progression here. So hopefully for this trade, this is just a pause for the cause here. We might come a little bit lower here, come back down to that discount. I might add it. If it shapes up a little bit better, I might add another 1 or 2. So go maybe 35, 42. Or roll it down, right? Take the small loser, roll down here, right? I don't like to overstay, but I've got 6 weeks in that. All right, guys, that's all I got. I just figured I'd run that here as I killed out the clock on the last couple. Crypto, Bitcoin on the move. All right, let's just take a quick peek here. What have I? Shit, I don't even know what I've got over here. I think I killed that count. I think I've got it over here. Oh shit, thought I did. Oh, where are you, Bitcoin? Shit, now I can't find it. Oh, here, let's just do it over here. Just quick here. Oh, come on, BitGet, where are you? This is, let's get a 4-hour here, see what Bitcoin is doing. On the move lower here, so let's get all that stuff off. Bitcoin on the move. Who told me Bitcoin was on the move? On the move down. This is getting a little funky here, so obviously we've got all the imbalance over here. It looked like what is this, right? It's just a big. It looks like you could almost do this just with an ABC, right? So some sort of an A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, C. Let's just keeping it simple. Okay, maybe, right? That would have been a good start on a 1, 2, but that's deeper than we would have liked to have seen. Let's come here. Let's just check it. Right, wicks only, but that's mighty deep. There's going to be people who will call this an order block. I see you can't. This is not an order block. This is the order block right down here. Right, so this is where we reject. So that's untapped. Now let me rephrase that language. Right, the demand zone. Right, I think order block gets overused. Everything's an order. It's not every fucking down candle before a move. Right, it's not. Excuse me. It's not an order block. Right, there's got to be more criteria to it, or you'll be very disappointed in your results. Right, so there's got to be more to it. So this is we're swinging down here. This is a grab of shorts. Right, so this is load up and take it up. Now all the way back down. That's pretty deep. Oh, here, right, 707, 79. Right, kind of averaging the 786. Boy, that better come out of there. Because what's the alternate, right? That this would be, oh fuck. There's a 5 there. Oh, you'd probably have to use this. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, sideways 4, down for the 5. That's a candidate. That may be a little bit of a hopium hit. That would come out of there. Oh shit, we got nothing here. This is all just straight up, but you got a lot of fair value gaps that are in there, which I think are as important as any order block. Well, where are we? Right. Put it all the way up here, not yet to a 50. Oh, what do I got over here? Oh, let's put it on there. All right, sonar. All right, because we see all our fair value gaps. Have we even gotten to one yet? Yeah, we tapped this one right here. Just tapped it. Really didn't go into it, right? So it rejected. And now you've got a candidate here, right? They're going to call that an order block. here, right? So, well, they're doing what I would disagree. See, I disagree with that, right? So to me, this is the order block right down here, right? This, okay, because it's an algorithm, right? So what are they doing? They're looking for the last down, right? So to me, that's, well, what I would do here, let me say, so I'm not discounting their software, right? I would do the whole thing, right? The whole move down, right? Because we're still going down here before we go up, right? So from here to here would be, in my view, if I could take it, leave it, right? That's the demand zone here. Now we've just wicked it, right? So mitigation, okay, there's theory, right? That would be, we're on the edge of the volume profile here, which it's nice that software presents that for you. So, okay, well, whether you want to call that the order block or the whole thing the order block or the demand zone, I should say, okay, is that 1, 2? What? You can, no harm in labeling it. There's the C, right? So our low needs to be 28 and change. It's not the best looking 3. Let's go to a 30-minute. Do we have a better looking 3 there? Yeah, it's a little bit better. Right, so now when we change the time frame, right, this is refined a bit, right? Now they're putting it right here. I would, again, the whole move down, in my mind, is the demand. Okay, so we're not yet there. Okay, is that A, B? 2, 3, 4. That looks like A. All right, we got an A. A, B. Doesn't look like it's done, though, does it? If that, let's go micro and go green here. A, B, 1, 2. Otherwise, we're going to have to do WX, A, B. Doesn't look like it's done, does it? It doesn't. It doesn't look like it's done, right? So would you be thinking, oh, wait a second. Well, the more I refine it, the smaller these demand zones get, all the more why I'd be using the whole thing. All right, so now I'm down to a 15-minute. Where's the demand zone, or the discount zone? Let's say it that way. Right. So we got more to come here. If that's going to hold as a 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it flies. A, B, or WX, A, B, C. It still looks like more to come. So if we come down here one more time, right? You can. Right, there's no question where the stops are, right? So it's, again, right? You can't, I can't put my stop there because they're going to come sweep it, right? At some point, you get a low, which is why these continue to be liquidity, right? You got to pick something, right? You don't want to put it a tick under the low. Then you're very vulnerable to that sweep, right? To that, that thing happening where you're like, I knew that thing was going higher, right? But then, so if it were to do that, if you're applying any Elliott Wave, let's just and we'll finish up on this. If this comes down here and we sweep that low and then we start to go here, okay, does that suck? Yeah, that sucks, right? It's happened to all of us. But then the question becomes, well, wait a minute. So how do I count that? What do I do there? Well, you're starting over. It starts all over again, right? This would have to be a 5, right? So whether it's C or an X or a Y, whatever it is, comes over here, and the whole process starts again. Now, okay, can I come out of here with a 5? And if I get a 5, do I follow it with a 3? Now, I'm getting ahead of ourselves. We don't have this yet. We haven't broken this low, but you know where is anybody unclear as to where the stops are? Nobody is. Nobody on the planet is unclear where the stops are. So all the more where if they can't get them, or if the algo can't get it down that far, right? We can't drop enough size on here, or the counter side of algos start buying, you get a low, right? And the stops are still there. And we can be up here, stops are still there. They're still there. Right? That's some of the theory behind a demand or a supply zone. The stops are still there. Or if it's a demand zone, the limit orders are still there, right? That's what, we're coming down here. Well, there's a demand zone. What are we doing? We're picking up some orders down there. That's the theory. Makes sense. But again, you don't want to trade magic boxes, right? There has to be logic to it. That's kind of been my theme of lately and on the course I'm working on. No magic boxes, no magic lines, right? Because otherwise you're just Oh, there's a box there, I sell it. Oh, there's a line there, I buy it. No, can't do that. That's not the way you want to trade. You want to understand it. There's got to be some logic. Why would there be orders there? Why, right? Did we come out of here so fast that orders didn't get filled? That's the whole theory behind displacement or fair value gaps, right? That's the market telling the story. Oh, look how fast we came out of here. So what happened over here, right? Again, it's not hard to figure out. You think there were stops here? Yes, of course there were, right? So somebody thought, oh, that's the low. That is the low, and they're not going to get, oh, look, they didn't get it. See, I told you I was right, right? And then next day, now, is this the low? Eventually, there's a low. But until then, you got to be suspicious of every pivot because it's a target. Every pivot is a target to the algos. Sounds like, you got the Terminator on the other side. They don't give a shit about you or me right. They're just looking for liquidity. So that's the game we have to play on this field. That's the reality. 2023, right? It's all algo driven. Shortly, it'll be all AI driven. What are we doing? Trying to stay out of the way. What are their obvious targets, right? We don't want to be standing with a bullseye on our back at the low with the stop a tick underneath it. You are the target. If you don't, again, as they like to say, if you can't spot the liquidity, right? There's not an SMC trader who doesn't preach the same thing, right? That's the thing with it. They all do it the same way. If you can't spot the liquidity, you are the liquidity. If you're in the market, it's you. If you don't know where it is, anybody unsure where it is? This, all of this liquidity, right? At some point, it goes the other direction. Okay, guys, I wrap it there. Thanks to all. Oh shit, I've got more people joining. Well, I know most of you do watch after the fact, right? I know shit. I mean, who's got? Not all of us have the days free for this. So to those that are watching after the fact, this will be. Oh, we notate, one of my guy on my team, GZ, marks these for us. So you'll have the, what do we call it, chapter titles, where you can just go, well, I wanted to see Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin's in the last 2 hours of it, or whatever you wanted to see, right? You can go right to it. You don't have to sit through the whole thing. I wouldn't sit through the whole thing. But, I would just go to the assets that I was interested in, and I would fast forward, or I'd play it at 1.5 speed to get to what I wanted to see. And because sometimes you're doing that, 1.5 speed, and you're like, whoa, okay, that was kind of interesting. Slow it down. That's what I do. All right, guys, I wish you guys a good afternoon. I'm back on Friday. I don't know what we're looking at Friday. We'll be looking at Bitcoin for sure. Okay, guys, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with me. I always hope you get a little something out of these. I appreciate you guys.